Hey class, happy Friday, and I hope all is going well. I want to take just a moment to say congratulations on the job well done. It's our first week. You're knocking out the discussions. I'm very proud of each of you. You're working on your other assignments as well. Very proud of you for taking extra time to really research the topic, share your personal thoughts, and put those into discussions as well as the other forums. So we're moving forward. You kind of got a little bit of idea about how the class is going to go. So hopefully you're enjoying it so far. It's a little bit different in that lots of ethics in the course. But what we did, but if you had an ethics course before, don't say, "Gosh, this is another ethics course," because it's a little bit different. I try to make the course enjoyable for you. I served as a subject matter expert in writing this course, and of course there's some things that we had to follow. It's a little bit different, but what I tried to do is take some real world actual situations, go out there and find stuff that's in the research, in the news, and share that in the course and kind of change it up a little bit to make it real world actual, to give you some thoughts about things that go on. Some of you are police officers, you have some experience in this, and you've maybe seen it, some of your paramedics, EMTs, etc. And so we all kind of see this from those personal, subjective perspectives. If you've not ever worked in public safety, certainly I'm sure you've had ethical issues that you've had to deal with in the past. And one of the reasons that we have this course is because, again, real world actual stuff here is that you're going to deal with those ethical situations at some time in the future in your career. We don't always make the right choices. I mean, there's times that you're just not going to make the right choice. So the goal is to learn and try to prepare you for those situations so that you can make the right choice and learn from your experiences as you move forward. And again, that's one of the reasons that we included actual real world situations, research, situations that we found in the news, that people had experienced, officers, etc. So that you can not just deal in those hypothetical situations, but again, stuff that's really happened. And that's what we wanted to do is, just give you a taste of things that have happened out there so that you can make those actual decisions. These are officers that have had to make these decisions, just like in the situation we have in our first week's discussion with the law enforcement officer being offered a $50. That's an actual incident that I found. And so, you get to make a decision. Do I take the money? Do I turn it in? Do I suggest that the lady take the money down to the station, give it to a supervisor, maybe donate it? Do we let our supervisor know about this situation? Because if we don't, someone could be setting this up. There could be some questions. A bystander watching. Everyone has a phone now, a smartphone, and even the little small flip phones, the ones that are still out there, people can record, and they post those videos. I see people do that now. With driving. If they don't like how you drive, they'll put the phone on you and record you or something. So there's always someone watching anymore the situation. And in some cases, in those areas where your radio traffic is not not digital, not scrambled, if you will, encoded, they can still listen to that radio traffic and or just get a lot of information, by showing up at the scene and taking pictures of you, that sort of thing. And I've seen it happen. Saw a guy that was an ex-officer who was upset about some work rules, and he showed up with a camcorder every time at different scenes by listening to the radio traffic, and they actually got an injunction against him to stop doing that because he went from just recording to disrupting some of the scenes, and he would show up on special scenes like a bomb call or SWAT call or something to that effect. It's been a tough week for law enforcement. We've had a lot of law enforcement officers lost in the line of duty across the country this week. We actually had 3 here in my state. We had a shooting where a lieutenant was killed. There was a prisoner transport that was disabled, had an accident, and in the course of the deputies responding, the lieutenant with sheriff's office was shot and killed. 2 females that the gentleman that escaped actually held these two ladies hostage in their home. He killed them, so there was three that was actually killed. A huge manhunt here. And then I noticed today, I believe we had an Ohio officer that was shot, as well as a Louisiana officer, and it just goes on and on and on. So just be on top of your game. Those that are working in the business, those that plan to enter law enforcement, be on top of your game and make sure that you're prepared for those things as we come along. And if you're an EMT, firefighter, you work in EMS, security, anything like that, just keep in mind they see us in uniform. It doesn't matter anymore that we're the good guys. They're going to shoot us, and so just be careful of that. Just something to think about as we go forward, especially with you that are getting up every day and putting your danners on, putting your boots on, and getting in the uniform and out there trying to make a difference to save lives and make a difference for the public. Just be safe in everything you do. Another example that I wanted to share here of some questionable things and ethics, what's right, what's wrong. A month or two ago, several months ago, about 200 police officers of a metro department, those guys were given tickets, free tickets and room and board, and for their families to go down to Dallas to the Cowboys. Free tickets, a whole thing, food, great weekend for these officers. Jerry Jones, who owns the Dallas Cowboys, lives from here and grew up here. And so he decided to do something good for the police officers of his hometown. So he just gave about 200 of them free tickets, hotel rooms, food, just a weekend down there for the officers and their families. And so in doing that, someone had brought up an ethics complaint. In our state, like many states, has an ethics group, ethics authority, if you will, that our commission that has the judges those things, takes a look at them. And so what they came back is they said the local the city attorney said, hey, this isn't a violation of ethics. He was just doing something nice for him, so we're not going to do anything. But the state's ethics commission came back and said, nope, it's illegal. You can't do it. It's a violation of state ethics. And what their statement was, if you can see here on the screen, no public servant shall receive a gift or compensation other than income and benefits from a government body to which he or she is duly entitled for the performance of the duties and responsibilities of his or her office. And so what that means is, even in our discussion, like the $50 and the free cups of coffee and that sort of thing, if we wanted to get down to the letter of the law, no public servant shall receive a gift or compensation other than whatever their normal benefits or income is. So what our state ethics commission said is, it doesn't matter what we give them, anything you give them, a free soft drink, we call those Cokes in the South, even if it's a Pepsi, anything, they can't have it. It's illegal. So I imagine for the short term, those little gifts and such will probably stop. However, other places will continue to do that, give discounts or whatever, as we've seen. And that's just what they do. People will feel good about helping out the public. They don't think there's an ethical violation for buying the dinner for a police officer, a medic, a firefighter, whatever. They don't feel like there's an ethical violation there. So it's our responsibility to make the decision based upon our department policy as to whether or not we can accept that gift, whether it's large or small. So just something from the actual situation that's going on today. Hey, good job on the discussions. Like I said, you're jumping in there. You're doing a really good job sharing your thoughts. I'm seeing some real detailed, long posts, which is really good. I like to see those extended posts. Lots of information. Don't forget, please, to share your research, author, year, cite your research, put it in there in the sentence before the period. It's got to be in the sentence. Make sure you put your references in there. And remember, we need lots of citations and references. When you go out and you find some research, use someone else's information. So we want to make sure that we do that. Take a look at the other assignments. If you're not jumped into those forums yet, make sure you do those. Get in those blogs and that sort of thing, and make sure you're contributing to that. It counts a lot for your grade. Take a look at that final assignment, final project we'll have coming up. I want you to be thinking about that, looking at the template. I've provided some examples for you in the course menu, some ethical examples, examples on the final project, etc. So take a look at that, and that way you're better prepared. What can I do to make the job easier? Pick the phone up, send me a text message, or we can visit via Skype, send me an email. I'll do anything I can, day, night, holiday, weekends, to help you with the class. I want to make it fun for you. I want you to enjoy it. I want you to learn something overall, and I want you to do well. I really want to be involved and help you to enjoy the class and to do well, to progress and move forward. So thanks again for taking time to watch this video. It's about 11, 12 minutes. I'll put these together throughout the week. Again, pick the phone up, call me, send me an email. Let's visit via Skype. I'll do anything I can to help you. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you in the next announcement in the video on Sunday. Meantime, I'll see you in the discussion.